questions to Anthony about your focus. So I know that you focus on 300 chopping boards, and then you've moved on to other categories. When do you think's the right time? Because I don't want to compete with myself, like you said. If you've got a small space, if you start having so many of the same product, then you'll end up competing with yourself. So when's the natural progression of actually doing more products?
Yes. We still have a lot of chopping boards in the range. So, what we try to do is make sure we've got different price points and they have different novel features so that there's a different product for every consumer. I think, a good example is can openers. We've launched one can opener, which is called Can Do. And it's a compact can opener that sells for £12. We're now looking at another can openers because can openers are big, as are chopping boards now. And we have this thing called Tier 1 category, Tier 2. And Tier 1 is all the best-selling gadgets. And we know what they are because all the other brands are doing them. You tick off those and then you do them again and again and again at different price points, different levels of functionality. And they will always sell better than a Tier 2 product. And we know what those are as well. So that's how we work it out.
Now, as you know, we've got live screenings in Exeter, Leeds and Manchester this evening, as well as Twitter and the webcast. And we've got some more questions coming through. So
I'll give you guys two questions here. One from Exeter Library. What was the biggest surprise along the journey for any of you?
The biggest surprise along the journey.
Yes.
Okay.
And then another one to all of the panel as well. Do you think there is a growing demand from consumers for products made in Britain?
Interesting. Okay, great. Thank you very much. Greatest surprise along the journey, Tanya?
Oh. It's all been a surprise. Every bit of the journey. I can't think of one in particular. I suppose washing. I suppose finding that fabric and it shrinking 50%. That was shocking. I don't know about surprising.
And what about made in Britain? Do you think that is a great hallmark?
I think it might be, yes. Yeah, I see people in the supermarket looking for the things which are British. So hopefully, yes.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yes. I'd love to say sort of one thing about exports and the common market. Okay. I don't know how any of you find it, and I don't know what the duty is on homewares and things, but I know in my business, Europeans don't want to buy British, but if I could sell to America, Australia, South Africa, loads of countries, if there could be trade deals done with those countries so I didn't have to pay 40% import duties, I think we'd all be a lot better off.
Anthony, any big surprises along the way, or indeed reflections on the made in Britain?
I suppose the nice thing is that you never expect yourself to have a business of any size. I suppose I just thought I was going to be a designer working in a consultancy, and this kind of opportunity came up with a chopping board, and it just developed from there. So the surprise would be actually, God, I can't believe I'm actually here, really. But just as made in Britain, I mean, for us, it depends. I would say it depends on the brand and the product. I mean, for us, it's not hugely important. We do make one product in Birmingham, and we say made in Britain, but it doesn't really have a huge amount of effect for us with our customers. So, and everything else, of course, is made in the Far East. So.
Yeah. Okay, Sophie.
Surprise, yes, how successful it's been. Feel very, very lucky. And the made in Britain, we do have products made in Britain, and they're not our best sellers. So with all the best will in the world, we want to make things here, but it's more difficult, I found, actually. Mm-hmm. So it's sometimes easier to make things abroad. People are a little bit more keen. So, yes, sadly, we haven't had a great experience.
Okay. Safia?
Well, I think that consumers are increasingly wanting transparency and to know that the product that they're buying is free of exploitation, whether that's worker exploitation or pollution. And they're also looking at the opportunity around storytelling. So, they would love to know, the story about the person who made it. And I think there's a huge craft and heritage and skill base that we have in the UK, which is fantastic. And so, but I don't think that's an alternative to not engaging with irresponsible practice, business practice by multinational companies and SMEs in the so-called developing world. I think that's another subject altogether. In answer to the question about surprises, I think, just how much, collaboration, teamwork and health is the key to longevity in business, really.